Good morning. I am Renugadevi. I am working as an assistant professor in Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. I belong to Business Administration Department. Today we are going to discuss about the income from other sources. In this video, we are going to discuss the other sources of income, how the individual person, how to calculate other sources of income when they receive in the particular year. Okay, before we are enter in this video, the other sources of income will be calculated as based on the some gross up value. Okay, what is gross up? So it is an additional money an employer pays an employee to offset any additional income taxes, example, either the social security or Medicare. So based upon these expenses will be allowed to the an employee. Based the would owe the IRS when that employee receive a company provided cash benefit such as relocation expenses. Sometimes they are providing a Medicare. These and all coming under the gross. Next, we move to what are the examples when we are talking about the gossip. It's a few examples. Let us see one by one. First, an employer wants to give an employee a particular amount which the employee will not normally receive because of the tax holding. Then second example, a bonus might be checked under this granted. And third, an employer pays for an employee's relocation expenses. Then, an employer is contracted to pay an employee a specific net salary. The last one, it is included in a compensation plan. So, generally for some executive, marketing executive or sales executive. So, these are under the compensation plan. Next, we move to pros and cons will be faced by the employer. Suppose that employer they are providing grass to the employee at the time. What are their advantages and disadvantages? The first advantage is it helps lower employees' tax burden, which in turn can increase employee satisfaction and encourage loyalty. And also, it can be way to help employees afford personal health insurance if the company doesn't offer any group coverage. While we are seeing about the disadvantages, it takes a few more steps to calculate and get the correct gross pay. And also, it's very difficult to offer this benefit only once, as employee will begin to expect it again and again. So this is also one of the main disadvantages. Every person they might be expecting the offers by the employer. Okay, and next, if used to help with health insurance costs, it can end up being more expensive than simply they are showing the health insurance benefit. And also the candidates may be more likely to go with a company that offers formal health benefit. Next, we talk about the employees' pros and cons. So, suppose employee they receive the gross up, what is their advantage or disadvantage? So, advantage in the sense more take home pay is received and fewer taxes only they have to pay. And second advantage, it covers the actual cost of one-time expenses, and also the help cover the cost of obtaining some personal health insurance. It increases the amount of short-term and long-term disability payment received. While we are talking about the a disadvantage, so at the time it is possible that some taxes still be due on the gross up amount. Some voluntary deductions, including health insurance or retirement plan premium, will still apply to the gross up wages. usually just a one-time increase that cannot counted on long term. That is also one of the disadvantage without the notice or the any on the way of employee. Next way, move to the what is the gross up work. So when we are calculating the gross up at that time, we have to use some technique. That gross up work is by dividing the employee wages by the net percentage of taxes. Next, the some calculation. Say for example, while we are calculating gross up at the time, we have to add together all applicable tax rate, and then we have to convert the tax rate and minus decimal tax rate, and finally we can divide the net payment by the particular year.